Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating, and air.
and electrical.
Welcome into The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sunday. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Live from Lincoln, Nebraska. And by LOVIP line from Washington, D.C. I'll set the table for you, 402-464-5685. These are our him and text line. You want to be a part of what we're doing, hit us up. If you want to follow on the video streams, hey, folks, NFL's on the brick and mortar, so you should be on the stream anyway or on the app. Do that. It is Sunday, which means at 12 noon, 12:03 exactly, I'm going to pay homage to the old school radio, 12:03 in the city. 42 degrees on the way to a high of 54 in Lincoln. Let's bring him in on the Allo VIP line, who understands quality of service. The show is named after him, T Breezy. Let's bring it off to Breezy. What's happening, baby?
What up, DP? What up, Lincoln? Happy Sunday.
Yeah, it is there, folks. First of all, Happy New Year, bro. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How are the Tabreezis, kind sir, before we get into the sports and other assorted whatnots? How are the Tabreezis?
Oh, we're great. We're great. It's actually sunny and warm. We're about to play basketball. That's why I'm in the car
for
the next 10 minutes we gave the pregame speech, and then I was like, girls, I got to go.
Well, here's the deal. I apologize to me. Listen, no, you're supposed to have all of that time. So
no, hey, there's something special brewing in Lincoln.
Yeah.
I gotta be here to talk.
Well, we want to break it down, and good luck to me today. But let me ask you this, and knowing for folks that don't know, Haas and I coach hoops together. So the idea behind it, there's certain things in the profile that fall directly in line with watching a Nebraska type team, a Fred Hoiberg type team play, because quite frankly, 15 years ago, this is a system that we were watching and operating. So we know what it's supposed to look like. And when it does, we get excited. But you also understand that if the personality and culture is defense first, teams have the greater likelihood of succeeding. What do you see, Haas Breezy? What do you see?
Aren't the scores supposed to be like 95 something, 93 something? Like, that's number one. Number two, let me ask this. Let me pretend I was in a cave for like the last month or two. Did Michigan State, like, did they become bad at basketball?
It is the thing that, Haas, as we watch it, and at some point I need to get you in front of Nate Linzer, assistant coach for the Huskers, because he is a force. He is a force of nature. And it's just exceptional. I said all along that when he joined the staff, he was going to be a difference maker. He's just that guy. And he is a defense first, a dog. And he was going to will this team, this program, to become defensive specialists. And you've coached with me and against me, and you know how excited I get. I get way more excited about defense than I do offense. Right. Right.
Oh, yeah.
That I understand that most times walking in a gym, there are certain things that I can do to limit my opponent, no matter who the opponent is. And then when I learn who the opponent is, there are ways for me to attack what they do well. Right. I'm going to make them excel at what they don't want to be good at.
Right.
When you watch this Husker Michigan State game, what did you see exactly?
Well, first of all, Fred Hoiberg, just having his son there, know everything, do everything, be in the right spot. Having, like, we talked about him, he's not just a glue guy. I compared him to Caruso. He's the heart of that team.
Yeah.
Like the way he gets people going, helps them on defense, has the offense going the right way, makes the right passes. Like he's the identity of that team. And it kind of reminded me, and this is no disrespect to the current Nebraska team, George Mason in 2006, because Nebraska's not a mid-major. They had a lot of senior leadership. They had a lot of experience, and bringing Hoiberg's experience was the difference with all these one-and-done teams. Having the camaraderie, the experience that he brings just really is going to make the team a special team in March. I know you don't want to talk about March. I know you want to talk about January, but he is the guy. He doesn't get talked about enough.
I think people misunderstand. I think people can sometimes misunderstand what glue guy means. That some will think that it's piecemeal, but I think that it is the constant. It is the juice to the squeeze. It is the constant and consistent connection to what the team is trying to accomplish on any given possession, day, game, or otherwise, right? That no matter what side of the ball you're on, no matter what drill you're working on, no matter what thing you're doing, right? They're the connection. They're the connection that makes people work out longer. They're the connection that makes them better academically. They're the connection that whispers that thing to them that maybe the coach is missing. They're the pace of the team, right? That and I think that's missed a lot. You mentioned Caruso, but being the pace, energy is one thing. Pace, being the pace of a team, is so misundervalued when it comes to sports. And Sam Hoiberg is that. And then they went and got other guys who, quite frankly, said, okay, we're going to play at your level, with your pace, your energy level. And it works. It works.
It's great that you bring up pace, because a leader is there not for the 18-0 runs your way. They're there for the 7-0 runs the other team's way.
Preach it.
That's what a leader's there for.
Preach
to be like, let's calm down. Let's slow this down. We're fine. I got you. We're going to run this one play that we know is going to score, and we're good. And that's what a leader does.
Yeah, it has been exceptional to watch. And the best part, again, we've been, I forced Haas for 4 years to talk about bad Nebraska basketball. And it was brutal. It was brutal to have to watch. And you know me, Haas can testify. Haas will tell you, I would have marched and just stood outside the practice facility and demanded time in. So it's taken every bit of my patience and growth to not just jump into the pool and go, enough. But trust of good people doing good things is what we got me through. Haas, it's been a run, bro.
Oh man, who are the next 3 games for Nebraska?
They got the Buckeyes in Columbus, and as Fred Hoiberg said Friday, we can only do that. Like we can't get too far out over our skis. We don't want to lose focus. The more attention and the more bright lights around you, the more easily distracted you can be. So good leadership says, focus. Let's go 1-0. Let's figure out how we're going to travel to Ohio State and how we're going to get another Big Ten win on the road. Listen, we're not talking about, you're not going to play Patty Cake University. You're not going to Meatball University. You're going to Columbus, Ohio, and this is still Big Ten basketball on the road against a good Ohio State team. So Hoiberg has been really good. He was loud and on purpose about, we got a game Monday. We got a game Monday, and I think that's the best way to go about it. Haas, what's the importance of that?
Well, we've talked about it for a couple of years now. Playing on the road in the Big Ten is very difficult. It is very difficult. And so I can't imagine let's say Ohio State was 2-12. It's still going to be a really hard game.
Yeah.
So just knowing that if Nebraska wins this game, the true test is how you do after a major victory.
Yep.
And if Nebraska wins this game, then you'll really know they're legit.
Well, I mean, I think I'm willing to concede that they're legit now, right now. because of the things that they're doing and the consistency in which they do them. That if this was a shooter's paradise, I would be a little more weary of patting them on the back. But defense first travels. We know this. We know that defense, if you're committed to it and you've got an actual dog leader like Linzer, he's consistent. So the messaging and the rotation is pretty simple. I think it's pretty simple to say this is a very good basketball team, and I just want them to beat Ohio State. Like I'm going to keep it as simple as that, because I like who they are. I like how they go about it. I like that they have answers to different situations. And, listen, losing Connor Seagen and not having it hurt you, but then having Oogie sitting on the cusp of being ready to contribute, I'm not sure Oogie's not the better fit for what this Husker team is going to do. Another long that can shoot and defend. Yeah. I think they're adding another piece. And just as people are finding out that Nebraska's good, he provides a change. He provides another option, another thing they have to defend, another thing to consider. So it's pretty good. I know you got to get out of here, but talk to me about your 49ers before you go.
So I'm not discouraged about the 49ers at all. To give up 13 points, the way they defended against Seattle should have scored 38, 41, 42 points.
Yes, sir. The
way the Niners defended, it was remarkable. And so if Trent Williams comes back and Ricky Pearsall comes back, the Niners offense, they should be able to do something. They couldn't get open on offense. That's how good Seattle's defense is. So I'm not worried about the 49ers.
Yeah, I felt the same way. Of course, we know the cusp of Husker Nation. They got together in large numbers last night, and the barrage of texts that came through, especially to my phone. It's like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? You're in the playoffs. Shut up and go win some games. Like, this is, it would have been helpful and meaningful to do them all at home, but you'll find a way otherwise. All right, Haas, listen, go love on that family of yours. Go kick some tail, and you and I will actually probably see you Thursday or Friday. One of the two.
Let's go.
All right,
Let's
brother.
go.
All right, we'll take an early break and come back and reset. Tristan Gomez, DP, The Breeze on a Sunday in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings, thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
It's basketball season, and Salt Mine City is your pregame and postgame headquarters in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Get ready for the game with their big, fatty 7-ounce hamburger or try a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, your basketball headquarters, now open at 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
You're listening to The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. It is interesting times in Lincoln, Nebraska. Shout out to Husker Wrestling. Dominant performance last night at Devaney Center. A 30-6 trouncing of Northern Iowa, and that's number 16 Northern Iowa. That's number 16 Northern Iowa, who last year took the Huskers to the woodshed, gave them a paddling, gave them a full-on paddling last year. The same lineup that ended up second in the country. Northern Iowa gave them a paddling. But great programs, great teams, great athletes figure out what the lessons are, and then they advance from the lessons. Like, okay, it is a special thing when athletes learn what does not work and figures out, okay, you know what, I need to get to work. I need to get to work. And they learned lessons at the national duels. They learned lessons along the way. They learned more lessons, right? Steps forward and up against Oklahoma State, even though not the desired result. Progress was all up and down that lineup of 10. And then last night, an opportunity to reset yourself and make a statement. Well, that was a statement win last night for Mark Manning and Husker Wrestling. So much so that for all of the good things that happened, a good thing happened at the end of the meet. A great thing happened at the end of the meet. So as the Huskers advanced through and they won 7 of the first 9 matches, various degrees of success, 2 Tech Falls, a couple of majors. Mark Manning presses the red dot button and activates Harley Andrews at heavyweight. And one, being considerate of AJ Ferrari and allowing him to fully heal. Because again, this guy puts his body through and his brain through. Different sort of deal. Cade Ziola, a factor, an absolute factor. And I don't want to say it the wrong way, but if Cade Ziola was the heavyweight that they had to ride the entire season with, I'd feel pretty dang good about Husker wrestling, quite frankly. If AJ Ferrari's 3 or 4, Cade Ziola would be 8 or 9. Just to give you some idea about what I think of that young man. But Harley Andrews is the veteran. He's the OG. And Harley has changed his body and progressed it up into the heavyweight division and made himself a valued teammate and member of the program. He's not out causing problems on social media. He's not out causing problems in the Haymarket. He's being a great Husker. And you miss too many times. We spend all of the time on the car wreck rather than the person who is maneuvering in this space the right way. And shout out to Harley Andrews for, one, being the great Husker that he is, and two, watching his teammates react and respond to Harley putting in work against the veteran heavyweight. And Harley not only gets the dub, but he finishes strong, right? To get a takedown late and then to get back points late and to watch his Husker teammates 100% jump to their feet and then jump in the air to celebrate your boy Harley. See, that's the stuff that when I tell folks you probably should pay attention to Husker wrestling, those things done well accumulate and show up later in the year. Because that means that they know how hard Harley's working. They know how difficult it is for him to take a step back and let somebody else shine. They know how hard it is for him to be present. He's still showing up. And he could have jumped in the transfer portal from the get. The moment AJ Ferrari shows and Cade Ziola shows, it would have been very easy and simple for Harley to go, you know what? There's places I go. Tell you what, he could have gone to Northern Iowa because he looked like the best heavyweight today. Right? But there are things. And to watch a group of Huskers work for each other, it's not understated. And let's not, I jokingly said this, and I want to reiterate that if Alien showed up tomorrow and we had to pick which Huskers we were going to go, who are we going to go stand with? Like, who do we trust to put in some work? I'm running down the wrestling room, bro. I'm going straight to the wrestling room. I'm Coach Manning, Tervel, Doc Snyder, James Green. What are we doing?
There's some crazy dudes.
What are we doing? And I'd say it like that because I'm with y'all. Like I just enjoy watching Huskers work together like it matters. And that's the best part of watching Husker basketball. Because Coach Hoiberg and that staff, they have taken grief. All capital letters, exclamation point. From Husker Nation, from Big Ten, the things that have been said. Listen, Fred Hoiberg has forgotten more basketball than anybody that talks about him. He's forgot, yeah, I dropped that. That's your entire pool of knowledge. And he's forgotten it and moved along. And maybe the most likable human being that you can possibly want to deal with, and great representation for Nebraska and the program. And what he's done is he has accumulated a group of young men who listen. They consume positive. They consume good. They consume lessons. They consume skills. They consume. Hoiberg has next to him, and I've said it before, Nate Linzer. I don't want to wish that on anybody, but Nate Linzer could run most programs, 90% of the programs in the country. I'm grateful and appreciative that he's here in Lincoln, Nebraska, pouring into these young men. and by pouring into these young men, pouring into the young ladies as well. Nate Linzer is a force. Just to tell you that whenever I'm around him, I have to hug him up because I need some of that rubbed on me. Mm-hmm. That he cares about these young people in the most authentic way. He loves the game of basketball. A student of, a professor, a master at basketball. But it's him and his humanity, his ability to process humans, and his attack on the less than human nature, those little things where people start to make excuses and justify being less than their best version. The way he approaches that, I'm all for. Like I would love to just get have a board of Nate Linzer quotes, because he's a big reason why. And success is the accumulation of all the work that's done that nobody sees. And so Coach Hoiberg, not writing the big checks, right, has figured out within the transfer portal and the NIL what it takes to win in the Big Ten, which is a different deal. Yeah. Different deal. Winning in the ACC, not the same as winning in the Big Ten. Winning in the SEC, not the same as winning in the Big Ten, especially because those matchups. Listen, Big Ten basketball, traveling in crap weather most of the basketball season, the wear and tear on the body, the physicality, it's high IQ basketball, and it's physical. So the meat grinder that is Big Ten basketball takes a certain type of player, coach, and community. And it's taken Hoiberg 6 years to get to where he's gotten to. And I will say it publicly and often and out loud. I'm not sure there's a coach I'm going to celebrate as much as I celebrate Fred Hoiberg, because I know what he's gone through. I listen, if they ever put up a number, and somebody will find it, but find the amount of money that Michigan State spends in NIL for basketball, and then find Nebraska's. One of those things is not like the other. One of those things is not like the other. And that goes across the board for all of it. That number for Michigan versus Nebraska. That number for Illinois versus Nebraska. That number for Indiana versus Nebraska. I have to tell you, figuring out what you need to accomplish and what players you need to do so is a part of the skill set. It's a part of the identity of Nebraska basketball. And both Coach Hoiberg and Coach Amy Williams have figured out, in the day and age of transfer portal, freedom, NIL, revenue share, bag men and bag women working at a high volume and high frequency, and us as Husker fans and Husker community knowing that he's going to be outbid, he's going to be outpaid. Somebody's going to write a bigger check than what either of those coaches can offer star players, especially Big Ten players. Middle of the country, folks, everybody knows basketball is king. So here's what we're going to do with that. And here's what we need to do with that. But somehow, both of those coaches in Lincoln, Nebraska have figured out what works for us here at the University of Nebraska, what works for us in the Big Ten here at the University of Nebraska, and then what resources we have and can use and spend and stay under budget and do it consistently. That, listen, if we, it's a minute to say that in January, the combined loss number of those two programs is 2. It's 2. 2. And the ladies have an opportunity. So if you're on the app and you're just trying to figure out, what am I going to do on a Sunday? If you don't have a meaningful NFL football game to watch, 2:00, tip off, Pinnacle Bank Arena. Get on over there and watch the Lady Huskers. Get on over there. Don't listen. Those young ladies deserve your support. They deserve your support. And just like you showed out at PBA for the men's program, if you show the same kind of support for the women, I have a pretty good impression, a pretty good feeling you'd get the same result. If it was important for Husker men's basketball to have that sort of crowd support to beat a prominent Big Ten program at Pinnacle Bank Arena, wouldn't it make sense that the same is true for the women? Wouldn't it make all the sense in the world that if it was important for that Husker, and to a player, they talked about how important it was to have the crowd there Friday night. Well, to a player, I would imagine that the young ladies playing at PBA today would love the same energy and support behind them. But that's just my 2 cents. That's just me.
And if anything, the past few years, it's been the women's team that has been the dominant one when it comes to Nebraska basketball. And so when you have a year like this where you have both of them, you got to continue to show love to both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that half the attendance is kind of where they've landed. Sometimes the third when it's going well, half when it's not going well, a third. And Husker women's basketball fans are fanatics. Like there's a core group of 4,000 that will show up no matter what the record is and what goes on. Then there's another. I talk about sports and life in thirds. That there's a third of Husker women's basketball fans that will show up no matter what. They're going to show up. There's a third that will show up when they're doing well. And there's a third that's just waiting. It has to be perfect for them to identify and to get in. And Coach Williams is playing a style of ball. Listen, you've got a bona fide star in Brent Prince. And man, it's a general part of the discussion. It's what we should be doing anyway. But we should be giving flowers to that young lady. As a Nebraska native, somebody that said no to a lot of programs that wanted her and stayed in Nebraska for whatever amount of money and whatever resources. I'm not mad at that at all. Get your money.
Yeah.
But I know that in the Big Ten and I know in the SEC, they saw Brent Prince and they are intrigued. So give that young lady her flowers now. Petrie, same deal. Same deal. Listen, Bozan is a bona fide Big Ten big. And if you don't love on that young lady, guess what? Somebody could come shopping. Somebody come shopping at a scoring, rebounding, defending big that doesn't bow down in the Big Ten. I know Hargrove I know she had opportunity in the transfer portal. For these folks, I mean, Colin Hake's a bona fide leader. She is a vital cog in the student athlete and the student union at the University of Nebraska. She's a big part of this thing. Her leadership crosses outside of PBA, outside of Devaney practice facility, and all over campus and throughout Lincoln. So I'm just saying, give them love while you can give them love, because what you don't want is somebody coming in and telling your people how they should be getting loved up.
And if it's anything like volleyball, I think the University of Nebraska probably appreciates women's sports just as much as anyone in the country. But when it comes to the women's basketball team, and now you have the men's basketball team that's getting all the talk of the town, prioritizing these girls, because like Brent Prince, for example, she could be at South Carolina. She could be wherever she wanted. And so you have the opportunity to watch one of the best point guards in the country. You got to make it happen, or else you're going to be looking back saying, I regret I took that for granted.
Well, she's also playing in a style that is purely Nebraska based. If she went other places, she'd be asked to do less and could do better. Like, I mean, that's in full. Most of the wings for Nebraska could do well in other programs. And having, I went to last year's women's Big Ten tournament and talked to Brenda Fries from Maryland, talked to some of the other coaches. And coaches will tell you freely. The one thing about a coach, and Coach Izzo did it Friday night, that he will tell you what he sees in Nebraska athletes. Coach Izzo talked about how much he loved Sam Hoiberg. And mind you, there's reasons, because those families had crossed paths and worked together. But he's also going to be honest about it and say, quite frankly, that nobody plays harder than that kid. And if you don't think that he looked at all of his kids and say, why aren't you playing as hard as that Hoiberg kid? And here's the thing, that Hoiberg kid doesn't need to do this. No. He chooses to do this. Listen, your dad's a millionaire. You go chill. You go coach. Yeah, you can go somewhere else. Nope, choosing to be here, which is part of the deal. And part of my appreciation from Sam Hoiberg was that he trusted the ticket as a freshman. We went to him and said, Sam, we think you need to be heard. We think you need to be heard. And he's like, nobody wants to hear the coaches get talk. He goes, I don't even play. Like, I'm at the end of the bench. I'm like, don't miss it. Forget about the businessman in me. The coach in me says that Husker fans will get smarter by listening to you. They will understand the process. And if you take a picture of Sam Hoiberg at Pius X and take a current picture of him and his body, his face and his body, you will see the progress and development that he had to put himself through. Listen, pressure bust pipes where it makes diamonds. It's up to he chose to engage the pressure, to change his body, to figure out what works. And for 3 years, he would walk in the studio, the old studio, the studio, and explain to people why they should have faith in Husker men's basketball and his dad. And he was right.
Yeah.
He was absolutely right. And so he gives shout out to that because that's shout out to Jeffrey Grace III as well for doing that. And it's been a long run. I mean, the Bryce McGowans, I'm actually going to see Bryce McGowans this weekend in DC. I'm going to go to DC. The Pelicans will be in town. So he and I are going to get together. Quick sidebar is pretty funny that the long-standing equipment manager for the Pelicans was my little league teammate.
Really?
And he and I get together once every other year or so. And he's just like, oh, I got one of your guys. I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I got a text the other day. There's another Husker who's back east. CJ Wilcher is a grad assistant at the University of Maryland.
Oh.
He's on staff at the University of Maryland. Kobe Webster's doing really well overseas. Derek Walker's doing really well overseas. I mean, we get to check that. And, of course, Trey McGowans is in the Spurs D League. Balling.
Yeah.
Balling. Bryce has had, I think he started 6 of the last 12 Pelican games. So he's getting run. Proud of the young man, changed his body, changed what work he was doing. It's kind of cool to watch.
Yeah.
Delano Banton. I mean, listen, they went through a different type of situation here at Nebraska. It's good for them to watch and see and be able to be proud of this program. Like, it's that thing. But to see how many former Huskers are excelling and doing their thing, and they took the good of being here. I would say this, that having talked to NBA scouts and coaches, one, that Rienk Mast has a distinct possibility and opportunity to be a lottery pick. But some of them who are at the top of the NBA when it comes to teams, they think the best thing for Rienk Mast is to fall outside of the lottery so that he could come in and be a backup big for a good team.
Yeah.
For a good team. A team that doesn't need for him to be on the marquee, that, quite frankly, that could come in and be a backup joker. To be a to be a guy.
He seriously is just a mini Jokic. It's unreal.
Well, but as they talk about it, right, that high IQ kid, it matters to him. He's put in the work. Going through the rehab that he had to go through shows that he cares about it enough to do the hard work. He didn't make a mess of it. He didn't jump in the transfer portal. He didn't chase dollars. He said, I'm going to ride this thing out. I'm going to be a Husker. I'm going to work through it. And we're going to go. And again, there are nights where he could do more. Like, there's some programs where Rienk Mast would take 33% of the shots. He's not doing that. He doesn't have to, and he doesn't want to. But here's another thing. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised that next summer, Sam Hoiberg's at an NBA training camp. Don't be surprised. Because when Tom Izzo gives you the stamp of approval for style of play, right? How many NBA teams need a glue guy?
All of them.
At the end of their bench or in their development league, right? And I'm not saying NBA. I'm talking if I would be surprised if Sam Hoiberg's not in the development league next year. Because somebody needs a point guard that is a coach on the floor and a coach in the locker room and a coach of practice. Like look, they all do. I'm just gonna say it. So enjoy this run. Enjoy all that's happening in Nebraska basketball, men's and women's. Enjoy what's happening with Nebraska wrestling. And then gymnastics, men's and women's, they fire up next week. Men's and women's tennis fires up next week. So we're going to follow that. Bowling gets back in the full mode. As a matter of fact, I want to say that there are 5 Huskers trying out for the Team USA this weekend.
Yeah.
Next weekend. 5 or 6 Huskers who are in the top 50 in the world in that range. And and again, in case y'all don't know, Nebraska has the best collegiate bowler in the country.
Yeah.
And it's not close. It's not close. She will be a pro unless her enormously large brain allows her to go and bionuclear physics or whatever major she's firing in. And if you're not following Jillian Martin, please do. Go find her, Jillian Martin Bowling. Nebraska has the best bowler in the country, and she's on Team USA. She made Team USA along with Julian Bond, the Huskers assistant coach.
Yeah.
But on the different levels of what's going on, Husker bowling, Husker wrestling, you're in a very good spot.
And Jillian's one of the most humble people. You would have no clue that she would dominate anyone in a bowling alley.
You know, and she's easy to root for. And all the young ladies. I mean, Desiree Bouchard, she's in the tryout. It's just good to watch. From the text line, Don says this: as fans of Husker sports, we're getting close to prime team support. While the football team is not there at what fans expect from performance, the rest of the teams are giving amazing results, and the fans are showing up. Yeah, and it's a thing that as we transition from January to February, where baseball and softball and track become active, all of those could be the best in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Like, oh, by the way, the best track athlete in the country also resides at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and Axelina Johansson.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's another Olympian we have right there.
Like, I just to say, I mean, listen, when they have the conversation about who the best baseball program is in the Big Ten, it's Nebraska. When they have the conversation about not only who might be the best team, but who the best player in the country. Jordy Ball's in you have to start, like, she may not be the first name, but she's one of the first 3 names that have to come out of your mouth for credential's sake. So enjoy the run, be active in it, be loud in your support. And then be consistently with eyes on Husker football with the idea that maybe some of the other success overflows into football. Maybe some of those things carry over. Maybe some of those things start to affect. Positivity does that. Winning does that. Winning is a momentum thing, and positivity is a momentum thing, and maybe it reaches Nebraska football. Again, it's 7-6. We're not talking about trash. We're not number 2. We're not in that Jordy Ball, number 2 in wrestling, number 7 in basketball conversation. Doesn't mean we can't dream. We'll throw it a break. Tristan Gomez, DP, here on The Breeze. Hosta Breezy out, coaching them up. We'll close out this and then hand it over to the rest of the Sunday Ticket afternoon.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, take the worm, put it on the hook. Now bring your pole back and throw it forward. And just let the fish come to you.
I got a bite! It's a big one, Dad! Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins'. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their contact us page, and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the premier indoor golf experience in the state. The weather in the winter months is cold, windy, and as unpredictable as a tee shot on the 450-yard par 4. With top-of-the-line full-swing simulators and a PGA teaching professional, Back Nine Golf is there to help you improve your game and lower your score. Back Nine Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Learn about Back Nine's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Back Nine Golf, your premier indoor golf and events destination.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
You're listening to The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment. Tristan Gomez, DP. Haas is out coaching. Appreciate him making time for the first segment. He's coaching his young prodigy daughter. She's a baller, but she's also a very smart young lady. So Haas is going to have his hands full with that. Updates from the NFL. Cowboys lead the Giants 10-6. The Browns leading the Bengals 14-6. The Packers are behind the Vikings 3-0. And this is always interesting, the time of year, how I don't understand the ability to tell a team to take the foot off the gas pedal. If you're going to go in the playoffs, you want to get healthy. I get that. And you're making that decision between being healthy and not being healthy. But also creating an environment where winning isn't the priority.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to say out loud on the professional level, that winning isn't the mission today.
Yeah. Like in the NFL, teams were like, yeah, we don't really care if we win or lose.
Because if you say winning is everything today, do everything, it's like, well, then why aren't those four guys playing? If winning is everything, well, we have to win with so there's conditions to it.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to me. The game that carries, there's two games that carry juice in this early session. The Jaguars lead the Titans 14-7. The Jaguars have a chance to set their own path. So falling to the Titans is not a good idea. Not a good idea. And I wanted you hit Haas with this, but yeah, the division championship, the NFC South Division Championship, is taking place. Is being decided in Atlanta, Georgia, as the Falcons and Saints play. The Falcons currently lead 7-0. If the Falcons win, because of tie-break scenario, they'd all have the same record, but the advantage would go to the Carolina Panthers. If the Saints win, then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the division champions. And Tristan and I, we were just joking that if you're the team that whoever it is, whether Green Bay, whoever, has to go to either Carolina or Tampa, Tristan, where would you rather go?
Carolina.
Yeah, without, there's no fail. There's no doubt. That privately, you just kind of go, yeah, please, thank you very much. So currently sits at 7-0. Along the way, some great games, and again, 2:00. Hopefully, you guys are gonna get yourselves down to PBA to support the Huskers against Purdue. The Huskers are 12-2. Purdue is 8-6 coming into this thing. So, and then Monday, tomorrow in Columbus, Ohio, the 14-0 Huskers will take on a 10-3 Ohio State team that, quite frankly, is a very good.
That's going to be a tough one.
Team. Yeah, that's a good. Their leading scorer, Bruce Thornton, who the Huskers are familiar with, gave them some bruises last year. He's clocking in at 20+ points a game. They've got 3 other starters that average 13 points or more. They're solid on the board. They don't turn the ball over much. They're good on the glass. Shooting becomes a thing. Thornton's hitting 45% of his threes. Wow. John Mobley Jr., 40% of his threes. Yeah, they've got some shooters. Tayson Chapman has made, you ready for this? He's made 6 of 9 threes. And he's not getting, I mean, he's a sniper. Comes in those moments. So, So get out and support your Huskers today and find a really good game watch spot tomorrow for that. Finish up with this incredible Sunday afternoon of college football. Of NFL football. Of course, with the Steelers and Ravens tonight as the nightcap before we head into it. Tristan, what do you have up next here on the ticket?
We possibly got the Bowlers coming in. If not, I'll go live. We'll go a little college football talk about the playoffs, give it a little recap, what we can expect out of the semifinals. And later we got Dr. Lawrence Chatters that always has some great inspirational stuff to get you through your week. So don't go anywhere. We'll be here on stream.
All right, kind sir. I'm gonna go to the office and get some work done. If you need, just send up the bat signal.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother.